The United Nations Humanitarian Chief has warned that drought-ravaged Somalia was on the brink of famine and that time is running out to save lives. Martin Griffiths, the head of the United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, says that we are in the last moment of the 11th hour to save lives, adding that an upcoming food and nutrition report on Somalia has concrete evidence that famine will strike two regions between October and December. Somalia and its neighbors in the Horn of Africa, including Ethiopia and Kenya, are in the grip of the worst drought in more than 40 years, following 4 failed rainy seasons that have wiped out livestock and crops. Humanitarian agencies have been ringing alarm bells for months now. The UN's World Food Programme has said that the number of people at risk of starvation across the region had increased to 22 million. The UN agencies say that in Somalia alone, the number of people facing crisis hunger levels is 7.8 million. That's about half of the population, while around 1 million have fled their homes on a desperate quest for food and water. In 2011, famine in parts of Somalia, one of the poorest countries on the planet, cost the lives of 260,000 people, more than half of them children under the age of 6. The country is considered to be one of the most vulnerable to climate change, but is particularly ill-equipped to cope with the crisis. A deadly insurgency by the radical Islamist Al-Shabaab group against the federal government is limiting humanitarian access to many parts. And a long-running political crisis also diverted attention away from the drought. But the new president, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has his inauguration speech in June to appeal for international help to stave off the looming disaster. In recent years, increasingly extreme droughts and floods have added to the devastation caused by a locust invasion and the COVID-19 pandemic. The UN's World Meteorological Organization, WMO, has said the Horn was likely facing a 5th straight failed rainy season over the months of October to December. At the start of this year, the WFP had put the number at 13 million and appealed for donors to open their wallets at a time of great need. Humanitarian workers saying funds were initially slow in coming, with Russia's invasion of Ukraine among other crises drawing attention from the disaster in the Horn. The war in Ukraine has also sent global food and fuel prices soaring, making aid deliveries more expensive. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.